Good evening, friends. We start tonight once again with the Iran and the nuclear deal that the United States wants no part of. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo is defending his recent Iran policy speech. International critics say the plan lacks a clear strategy and is completely unrealistic. Manila Chan's been following the story and joins us with more on this tonight. A lot of criticism to go around here.
You got it. And ever since President Trump withdrew the U.S. from the JCPOA, the administration seems to only have one goal in mind when it comes to Iran, and that is simply to ensure that they never, ever become a nuclear state. And diplomats across the globe, including former State Department officials, are criticizing Pompeo and the Trump administration agenda, saying the speech is fantastical and that Iran will most certainly reject those demands. Furthermore, some critics say the Trump administration lacks the capacity to achieve this type of deal anyway. In a joint opinion piece for USA Today, current and former State Department officials said Pompeo reaffirmed the administration's goal of containing and rolling back Iran's influence and military presence throughout the region. But he offered no comprehensive or sustainable strategy to achieve it and had nothing to say about how the U.S. would respond when Iran, rather than cry uncle, actively resists these efforts with the considerable assets and allies they can bring to bear throughout the region. The Pompeo plan, if the U.S. actually follows up on it, promises only more tension, instability, and conflict throughout the region, and possibly a U.S. war with Iran. Now, the pair went on to say that Pompeo's speech and laundry list of demands was really an appeal for support from allied nations to start an economic war against Iran. Likely U.S. cohorts would be Israel, Saudi Arabia, and the UAE, and the U.S. will probably strong-arm the EU into playing along. But Pompeo's Monday speech deliberately failed to mention Russia and China because those countries will likely be able to broker even better deals with Iran, which will inadvertently dilute any U.S. sanctions that might be imposed. Iran's Foreign Minister Javad Zarif condemns the recent threats from America, describing the new U.S. foreign policy as, quote, a sham, tweeting that America's failed policies are dictated by corrupt special interest groups. And as the war of words continue to mount, the Iran Supreme Leader, the Ayatollah Khamenei, he's belittling Trump, saying Trump will vanish from history like his predecessors. Meanwhile, Iran is continuing with the original JCPOA with the remaining member states. Ed?